Hello, my name is Akash and I'm a senior character artist at Ubisoft, and in this video let's talk about how you can play with geometry, how you can create geometry and how you can manipulate it. So to start with, you can just pick any of these under the project in light box, any of these, which I have already done. This is the sphere. So Shift F will show you the wireframe, how dense it is, or you can get an idea of excuse me, how many points or vertices it have. So okay, so let's forget about you have taken it from here, because it's already sculptable. If you select anything from here, from the tools section, you have a lot of options. If you select anything from here, then you press Shift F, you have something like this. Suppose you want a cylinder and you want to sculpt on it, but if you see that I am unable to do so because it's not right now sculptable, which is it's not polymesh right now, it's just an object which is cylinder. So in this case, it's the initial phase of the geometry. If you need a cylinder but you want to change its initial properties, what you have to do is come here under Initialize before clicking on Polymesh 3D. After you click on it, these properties will disappear. There will be a separate set of properties which is mesh related, sculpt related properties, because that's how it's made. It's now sculptable. So if you haven't clicked on it, you will have this initialize button which lets you initialize this object for your sculpting journey. Like if you want to start with this, initialize it. How? You can change the size, you can change the inner radius as well, you can make it a tube if you want. So size is this, you can make it tube. If you don't want, you can also change the division, want it more smooth, want it low poly. You can also change the vertical division. So all these things you can do before hitting the polymesh 3D. So once you are done with these, you can taper it, you can cap subdivide ratio, that is okay, that is, I guess, I'm not sure, I haven't used this button. So control press it and you will radically change the way. Cool, object is drawn. Anyways, if you, the base is that the main thing is that you can change the properties of any object. I'm not sure if you can see that this was the initialize before going into sculpt. So suppose you have finalized this one, you want to start with this, you can come here and select make polymesh 3D. Now if you look at it, you have a different set of properties. You don't have initialize, it is there but you can't change anything, like not much. You cannot change the tapering or whatever, the subdivisions. Now it's there, I think it's because 2023, in 2022 it was not there. So you can change certain things at this point, but yeah, now you can go ahead and subdivide it by pressing Ctrl D, and you can sculpt on the mesh. That was it. Suppose you took the cube again, you can do the same thing. You can initialize, you can change the height subdivision, you can also change the vertical subdivisions. So you will have a basic cube for this, and side counts as well. You can make it a cylinder, make it a triangular, prism, whatever. So yeah, then you can just go ahead and make polymesh 3D. That's it. That's how you can make any of the starting meshes your initial mesh, from where you can start your sculpting journey. So yeah, take the move brush, you can move along, you can extrude if you know Z modeler, and you can subdivide as well by pressing Ctrl D. Okay, then what else? You can do many things with all these. Make sure to check out this one. because this is important. Initialize is important, and it have everything, all the properties for all these subtools. So that's how you prepare your mesh whenever you are sculpting something from scratch. So yeah, also if you see that this sphere is there but you don't want like this, I have already told you that we have under Lightbox project we have a polysphere which looks something like this. So you have an even distribution of mesh. If you want a sphere to start with, you can go ahead. If you want an even distribution of polygons all around, you can start with polysphere. It's divided, and yeah, when you select polysphere, it already have 3 subdivisions, so you can delete the higher or lower, whatever you want under this geometry sections. So this section comes later. So this was basics of geometry. Also, since we are here, I'll show you how you can save it. So if you want to retain the undo history for your object, you can save the file save as. It will save the Z project. It will save the whole project and all the subtools that are open under the same. Okay, but if you just want to save this one and the subtools which comes under, not all these extra tools, you don't want them, you just want to save these two, and then you can save the tool, not file project. If you save this one using file, it will save as a project. If you want to save the tool, you can just save as under the tool, and it will save as a Z tool. And that's what I do, because I don't want to retain my undo history, and which increases the size. And if I don't want to retain all these tools, then I don't do the file project save. I do this, and then again, if you want to open it, you can just load tool, go to whatever you have created, and that way you can just open it. I'm opening my cami that I have already created in the previous video. If you have not seen it, go check it out. It's pretty good. Okay, so yeah, that's it. That's how I save tools. It was a Z tool, so I load it from here and I can save it from here. So yeah, that's it for this one, and I hope you like it. I will see you again in the next one. Peace.